It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Julius Chestnut to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a quarterback who entered our league back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State, Mason Rudolph.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Okonkwo brings it in. He's got a gain of 6 there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Oh, they're going option to the left side on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence on the play fake. The throw finds Evan Ingram.
Eligible receiver downfield.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Lawrence now off the play action. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Downfield.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 1st down.
So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Monty Hooker with the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lawrence working from the gun. Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. And let's count them. 4, 5, yep, 6 DBs. Dime look from the Titans on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw, Lawrence. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Tajay Spears. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So Tennessee headed out for its second drive of the game. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's going to push one deep down the right. Trying to force one through there. So it'll be 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Motioning him from the slot right. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Looking for a throw here. Catch is made down the right sideline. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They run the counter to Pollard. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He's going to throw this one. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To throw it on first down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans tie this game 7-7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He completes it in traffic. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and that's a Jaguar first down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now Lawrence. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he has it up towards midfield before 2nd and short. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And this is marked down. Now it's Lawrence. Has it downfield working the left. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Titans take it over. Not much time remaining in the half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air now on 1st and 10. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now from the gun. That pass complete to Boyd. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. From the 34. Taking a shot for the end zone. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
Now it's Nick Folk to try the Titans field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're halfway through this contest from Jacksonville. The hometown Jaguars out in front. Now we'll send you down I-95 a couple hours to Orlando, depending on traffic. And we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime reports.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Duvernay on the return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Jaguars ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's ETN to begin the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Arden Key there for the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Lawrence working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 47. Complete. It's Ingram. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 43. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's cut along the left sideline. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans start the 2nd half with some needed points. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Titans keeping their offense on the field. Love it. They're trying for 2. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Duvernay on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. ETN again. Along the sideline past midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. ETN gets it on the draw. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. It's an option to the left side. And they bring him down around the 34. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Lawrence on the play fake. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. So we're through 3 here. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's taken in by Washington. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Jaguars making a 9-point advantage. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. First and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense up to the line fast. From the 36. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They go play action on first. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Pass taken in by Pollard. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler, gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars holding a 10-point lead. They go right back to Etienne. And they'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Third and just 2 to go. It's a design boot. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
2nd down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. On the run, it's Etienne. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Call it 8 yards, and it's 3rd and goal.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days. Always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.